Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. As a reminder, I garden in Central Ohio, Zone 6B, and today we have a totally random assortment of projects that we need to get done today. It is almost 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside today, and it's beautiful. So I thought we could just do a bunch of things. The first things, well, I don't know that they'll be done in order, but I have 3 containers, one by the front porch and 2 by the greenhouse, that still have winter greenery in them. I need to get rid of those, and I'll show you my plan for the one of them. And then I recently got some lights to go at the end of my driveway because it's really dark at my house at night, and people keep driving over my flower bed at the end of the driveway. So I got some lights recently to kind of show the end of my driveway, but they're not very bright, so I got new ones. What else? There's a couple flower beds in that area that I think while we're there I'll just clean up. And then I also got a trellis that we need to put in the spot that I want it to go, because I have a rose coming soon, within the next month or two, that will go in that spot. So I just went ahead and got the trellis so that we can be prepared. Is that it? I can't remember, but let me show you one of the planters just because we're standing right next to it, and then I'll show you my tools and what I got today at the store, and we'll just get into it. I have enjoyed this planter very much this winter. I did some greenery in this really pretty ceramic container, and I had, well, if you guys, I don't know if you'll remember, but these were gold, and they obviously were not made for outside, but that's okay. It was very pretty when I first did it. And then there's some birch logs and then an obelisk. All of that just needs to come out so that we can have a plain container right here. Because when I was at Lowe's, they had their first shipment of plants, and they had these show-off forsythias. Look at the picture on the back. Like, look at the amount of coverage of blooms that this plant has. And these eventually get like 5 to 6 feet tall, 5 to 6 feet wide, and they're zone 5 through 8. And I was thinking, I don't know that we can get it done today because I don't know if the soil is going to be frozen or not, but I was thinking that this forsythia could go in the container that I just showed you, and then we'll ring around it with like pansies and violas and stuff whenever I have those. But yeah, I just thought that it'd be nice. And then when it gets done blooming, it can go in the landscape. But I mean, do you see all the buds? It's going to be spectacular. So we'll set that there for the time being. While we're at it, I might as well just show you the other things I got. Here's the trellis. Yeah, it's just they didn't have the ones that I usually use. I'll show you those when we get back to the spot where I have my trellises, or at least where we're going to be doing this. But as you can see, it kind of like arches, which is fine. It could be straight or arched, it doesn't matter. But I think we'll go with the other ones. So we're going to be putting this in place today. And then check these out. I saw these at Lowe's because I need something that's very bright, and these said that I think it was like 20 lumens, and all the other ones were like 5, 10 lumens, and I just need something very bright, and it has like 3 solar sensors, so I think that it will hopefully be bright enough. And then it's kind of like, I don't know, like a bulb globe on the bottom. So I want to put these in place of my other ones. These are the other ones that I'm talking about. I actually think that the new ones are bigger and they might look a little less I don't know, wimpy out here. But these just had one little solar sensor on the top, and they just weren't very bright. So I figured something bigger would be better out here. And then while we're at it, I just figured we could take care of this bed because it has some fountain grasses that just need cut, or like actually they could be pulled out if I can get them out. And then a bunch of annuals. There is a butterfly bush, which I probably won't do anything with right now. And then there's some phlox. But everything pretty much will just get cut all the way down to the ground minus the butterfly bush. And then next to this one, we have the flower bed that's by the mailbox. So I figured we could just cut that back as well. And if we're feeling extra, we could cut back those hydrangeas over here. I have a quick fire standard hydrangea, and then I have a, oh, what's this? Limelight Prime, and those will be easy to take care of. As far as tools go, I have my pop-up bag, I have my kneeling pad, I have a hedge trimmer that I like to just use to cut back perennials. I do have a battery operated pruner. I have the batteries that accompany them, gloves, pruners. I have some fertilizer just in case. And I also have a rake, and then my tripod. And obviously this big, huge, massive wagon. This is the 12 cubic foot wagon. I think what the plan is let's just start in the front yard, do whatever needs done up here, and then we'll work our way to the back, all the way back to the greenhouse. And I think that should, I think that's the best way to do this. Anyone wondering, I do still have a cold, and I'm guessing you can probably tell, because I'm still pretty congested, but it's the first day where I actually feel okay. So I'm sure I won't be able to like do everything I want to do, but I do think it's important to at least try, because I just cannot stay in my bedroom any longer. I have to try to get out. So let's do that. I feel like the light is a little bit harsh, but I did do these two hydrangeas. This one is looking really good. I took it down by about a third, and then this one, this hydrangea standard or tree, has a really good network of branches, and I'm excited to see what it's going to look like this year. I mean, you saw the amount of blooms that it had on it before, and it's only going to have more this year, and it's just a really pretty standard. It's a little bit crooked. I'm going to have to stake it. I had it staked for maybe like, what was it? Like at least 6 months, maybe like a year, but it looks like it's leaning. So I will have to restake it, but no big deal. And I think that these new lights are better size wise. I think that they look better. I mean, we could even do bigger, but I was able to get them into the ground to a certain point, but I think that either there's a bunch of rocks or the ground might still be a tad bit frozen right here. But they definitely look better, and I'm hoping that they're brighter. I will try to come out when it gets dark so that we can see what, difference it makes. But I mean, there we go. I decided not to do this flower bed today because my mom is going to come over and help me. We're going to do like a really big garden clean out day, and I am just going to wait for her because why not? And then as I walk up to the front porch, you can see this one is all cleared out, and I went ahead and just put the forsythia there because I'm hoping to be able to plant it very soon, so it'll just stay there for now. But the soil is still quite frozen, but now that we're having warmer temperatures and there's not a cover of evergreens over the top, it will thaw out a lot faster. And I think that that's going to look really nice. All that yellow, like the yellow upright structure, and then having like violas and pansies and stuff around the bottom. Oh, I can just see it now. It's going to be beautiful. Here's where the trellis is going to go, and you'll get the idea, or you get the idea now. I'm going to have to work on it because there apparently are some like rocks down there, and I don't feel like digging them up, but that's what it's going to look like. I just wanted to have a beautiful rose growing in between these two windows, and I think it's going to be really beautiful. And this area gets a lot of sun, so it's going to be perfect. And the rose that's going to go there is the Gertrude Jekyll rose. It's like a really vibrant pink, and I have a Bathsheba rose right next to it, and it's like a really apricot yellowy orange, and then there's also a Claire Austin, and I think that all of those colors together are going to be really pretty. But let me actually show you what my other trellises look like so you can see. I wanted to get the same one, but I think it'll be fine. I mean, they're not right next to each other, so you won't tell, but I think that this one's going to be fine. And it's actually helpful because it's rounded, and as you probably saw, there's like a I don't know what that's called, where you have like a window downstairs and then there's like a little opening. Anyway, it helps go around that, so it's going to be really helpful. This is what my other trellises look like. They have like a Gothic arch on the top, but like I was saying, they're not really going to be right next to each other. If you go around the corner, you'll see this one. This is the Bathsheba one, and then you'll have one over there, but I don't think that that's going to matter very much. But you'll definitely see the color together, and that's something I'm excited about. While we're in this area, I wanted to show you, it doesn't look like much, but if you get really close, you can see a bunch of green, like there, all over the place. And I believe these are the snowdrops. This area is full of them. I planted them last fall, and I'm really excited to see them grow this year. And then it's backed by my absolute mess of a garden. But like I said, Mom's gonna come over and help me whip this garden into shape. And then as we come over here, if you look down, you see all those little red points right there, back there. Those are tulips, and I'll have to go back to see what kind I actually planted here because I do not remember for the life of me, but I did it in a video, I'm sure. But they go, I believe, all the way around this tree, and then they also go over into this area right here because I can see some popping up in this area. Oh, spring is truly almost here. These are the two planters I need to clean out, but they do have a shrub in the middle that is still in its plastic container. So I don't know if they'll come out because that part might be frozen, but I definitely need to get the greenery out because it's dried up and it's looking bad. That definitely looks better, more cleared out, like we're ready to, start the season. It definitely would look better with something, living in it. But I just wanted to show you guys, look how fresh this boxwood looks. And so this is an Independence boxwood, and it is in a terracotta container, and it's been out all winter, and it has no bronzing whatsoever, and it looks so healthy, like it's pretty much in the middle of the summer. It's so pretty, And I actually even have another boxwood that's not an Independence that looks good too. This one right here in this raised bed area, I believe is a Green Mountain, and it doesn't have any bronzing on it either. And I don't know, it's so strange to me because usually my boxwoods have like a lot of bronzing. These are the two Green Mountain cones that I have, and they don't have bronzing on them either. I am perplexed. Let's just say that. I don't know what kind these are, but these have just been overwintered in these plastic containers. And this is what I'm used to boxwoods looking like in the winter, where they have some bronze on them. And I don't know. I am confused. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like upset. I just am so used to all of my boxwoods having bronze on them, and pretty much all of the ones surrounding the greenhouse don't. And I just find it fascinating. And I was just like kind of like paying attention to my surroundings, looking at my garden while I was doing this video. And not only are there a bunch of like spring bulbs coming up, but I even have some plants coming up too. In this raised bed right here, man, everything looks like a mess, but let's look past that. But right there, that is a perennial, and that's a Shades of Summer Verbascum, and it has new growth, and that's wild. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but that bee just attacked me. Wow. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today, because there's so much I need to do. It feels a little bit daunting, I think, when I look at everything in front of me, but it's also only February. So, or it's like the end of February, almost March. So, I mean, I have plenty of time to whip this garden into shape. And like I said, Mom's going to come over soon, and we're going to try to do as much as we can in one day of garden clean out. And I think after that point, it'll feel like I've actually gotten something done. Up until this point, it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm doing such small amounts at a time. It just doesn't feel like I've gotten much done, but I have. I mean, it's just, coming on slowly. But I'm glad that we got some things sorted today. The plants are out front. Well, not all the way. We have to wait for spring flowers to finish that. But then I got the lights. I have to remember to try to go out tonight and take a picture or a video so you guys can see the light. And then I have some of my hydrangeas pruned. I did end up doing the pufferfish hydrangea out by the greenhouse just because it was right here. But I have so many more I need to do. But we're getting there. But I hope that you guys found at least some of this video inspirational, and I'm going to go and relax for the rest of the day, try to build up my energy, and be back at it tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.